So today we're going to discuss responsive web design. So what is responsive web design? Responsive web design makes your web page look good on all devices, and it is easy to use regardless of the devices that you're going to use. So web pages can be viewed using many different devices such as desktops, tablets, and phones. The web pages should not leave out information to fit smaller device but rather adapts its content to fit any devices. Make it sure that all the content from your browsers are fit to any devices that you're going to use. First one is viewport. So we're going to use the meta viewport. This one is it's a method to let web designers take control over the viewport by using the meta tag. We should include the meta viewport element in all web pages. Again, it's you have to apply the viewport in all web pages. Why we use viewport? Before tablets and mobile phones, web pages were designed only for a computer screens, and it was common for web pages to have a static and a fixed size. But now we used different devices like tablets and mobile phones. That's why we have to use the viewport, so that if we're going to view our browsers or our web pages to another devices, then it will looks good, or it will fit the screen. But viewport is not that perfect, but it's a quick fix to display a content to your web pages. How to set up a viewport? So it gives the browser instructions on how to control the page's dimension and the scaling. So we have here an attribute, which is the width. It's equals device dash width. It sets the width of the page to follow the screen width of the device. It varies depending on the device screen. And the other is initial dash scale is equals 1.0. So it sets the initial zoom level when the page is first loaded by the browser. I have an example here. Okay, a text and an image of a garden. So I have here a garden.png, which has a height of 100% and the width of 100%. If I'm going to run this, so this is the view for a browser, but then I didn't put a viewport meta tags here. So if ato siyang i-inspect, so right click and inspect. Okay, so as you can see, it is not so responsive. If the height dimension is 118 or 88, not all image will display to the browser. Okay, so as you can see, I did not put a meta viewport here. I will put a meta tag here. Name is equals to viewport, and then the content is equals to width is equals to dash width. So this one, it sets the page to follow the screen width of the device, and we have to put the initial scale into 1.0. So it sets the initial zoom level when the page is first loaded by the browser. Gonna save this and refresh it. Okay, gonna try to drag. Yeah. Okay. It will display the full image in the browser. Unlike kanina, nga walay meta viewport. If there's no meta viewport, then it will cover the display. Not all entire image will display. So that's it. So that's the difference between with or without meta viewport. Let's make all pages be responsive. That's why we have to use this meta viewport each web pages. By the way, there is an error here at the meta tag. It's because initial, this one is wrong spelling, so it is not recognized and it is ignored with the browser. We have to correct this one. Initial scale. Okay. So there's no error here. This one here in HTML tag, there's an error because we didn't put a title, and as well as image, we didn't put an alternative name, or we didn't put an alt tag. So I'm going to read the issues here. Yeah, images must have alternate text, and then yeah, look at it. We don't have a long attribute too. And then the document must have a title. So example, yeah, I'm gonna put title here. Let's say welcome lang is English, and here image, let's say alt garden. Okay, so it's okay. I just fixed it. Gina-fix na ako siya. I just put title and a lang attribute, which is a language attribute, and the alternative text of our image. So that's it. Aside from viewport, we have grid view. Okay, I will create another video tutorial, a separate video tutorial about grid view. I will try from very beginning until, from the very basic to advanced. Yes. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. That's it. That's all for the viewport, and I will upload later about the grid view. Thanks.